Okay. So I've restarted the stream. Um, and it was something about OBS. Definitely. Yes, because now my memory is at 60%. Is the PC is not dying. So let's just wait for you to come back, and in the meantime, let's have a little look at our station here. Now it could become a little bit laggy, but that's fine. Fuck. That's definitely better. Hi again. Hi again. So yes, it was OBS. Somehow it eated my memory, my RAM. So that should be fixed. Do you see it clearly? Do you see the little train going away from the station? Do you hear everything fine? Do you hear me? Do you hear the game? Give me a sign. Yeah, but your audio is lagging. My voice or the game? It's everything. I have to say this. I'm sorry. You will hear a little bit of. You should get it from here. Let's see. No, this is YouTube. Sorry, wrong link. I should have it somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I have it here. I have it here for sure. I hate it. blah 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 blah. I kinda see it fine. Like, not the best, of course. But at least the video is not lagging. Okay, maybe sometime it lags, but oh shit, now it's started to fuck my brain. Okay. I don't know actually how to get it better. I'm worried that the problem now is not something that I can fix, like my internet connection that today is not at the best. I hope you can follow the live either way, and for the next live I'll hope that all the things that I can fix, I'll try to fix them, and the rest that fix itself. Shit, how many people are trying to go that way. Okay. As I was saying, the first major change that I've done here is to duplicate the railway here that goes outside. So we have one line to for the high-speed connections, and one line for the slower trains and for the cargo trains from here. Technically, this line here is mixed traffic, and it output on the high-speed railway, but that's fine because just here you can reroute them to the slower line. So this piece here of line, it's still mixed traffic, but then from here going forward, this part here is all high speed, and it actually is with the best track that I have, that is this one here at 250 kilometers an hour. If I go on like few years, I should get the standard European track with Omnia catenary, but I actually prefer this one aesthetically, and so I'll use that one. And here we have the other line that goes up here, and then let's see where to send it, like maybe here in the middle with a little bigger city, and then I don't know. The thing with this line here is that probably will directly connect this part here to the other main city close here to the mountains, and maybe I'll get a point in the middle here where you can have access to the line, but that kind of access can't be one like this one, even if this track here, this interchange here, have 100 kilometers an hour of speed limits. At the same time, here I don't want to do something like that, because true high-speed railways usually have something like this, like one track that goes over the line and steps to the other side, and then the other that goes from here. So one from the left and one from the right, and then one of the two just goes over the line and connects to the rest of the lines. And that is because makes all the movements in line smoother without needing to cut the other direction and stuff. So probably if I do it, it will be one interchange, and if I'll do it, I want to do it that way. The other things that I've done that probably you haven't seen are the industrial area here. I don't remember if you have seen it completely. I finished here the only tram line that is basically a light railway because it goes much further than the city and run around basically all the main city. And I have three industries here that for now are fed by the artificially by these freestyle industries that give out the materials that they need, but then they will be fed by other industries around the map that will import material through this rail connection here. And there's also all the little trains. I haven't, oops, I really should have like done something like this. Okay. All the little train that shunts around all the material and stuff through the industries here. And I've put down a lot of trees. I've put down in my spare time a few fences. Oh shit. Okay, a few fences all around the railways. I've kinda changed this thing here because before this road here had a railway crossing here and a railway crossing here, but having the railway with 4 tracks railways crossing were not ideal, so I decided to just put a big bridge here that connects the two sides, and actually it's more an highway connection here from the city and from the rest of the smaller city up here. I've put down a few buses, mainly to try to lower the weight on this little stop here, but apparently it doesn't work very well because here, like, I have one train every a lot of, let's say, every much time, and it tends to accumulate people that want to go to Asti and vice versa from Asti to here. And I'm not sure why they continue choosing that that connection, even if it's the worst possible, because like you have trains that depart from here very often and a bus connection to everything that this place here could connect you. There's another bus connection that connects to the metro that is definitely better, faster, more frequent, everything. And also now you have connection to Placido here that have high-speed connections, more frequent trains, and Castelbruno here that also have more frequent trains than this little thing here. Even if Castelblando, I've just built the station and the city, so probably that's also why they are starting to use it. There's already 50 people here coming and going, but I literally put it down just a few minutes before you came to live, so that's kind of normal. The other thing that I've done, and probably the last one, is to completely finish this line here. So I've now, where's the train? Okay, the train is probably, yes, it's at Asti, so yes, there it is. I'll give you a little cab view when the train departs from the station. I've I've tried many combinations for this train, mainly because the only reversible configuration for this train requires to have the diesel at the front and this specific coach at the end. This is like the only pilot coach that we have that could work with diesel engines. You see TD here stands for trazione diesel, that means diesel traction. And the thing was, could I put other kind of coaches in the middle or only the kind from where this pilot coach is? And apparently, even if it's rare, you can for sure use this one because I found footage, I found images of it. You could technically also use the double decker, but there's no image, it's just people saying that they have saw it, so I was not completely sure, that I haven't tried it. The other option was to have like an engine at the front, an engine at the back of the train, and in the middle a lot of heavier coaches like the double deckers. I tried it, it worked, but it feels so strange. I've never seen anything like that, any image, anything. Is that train not a little too long? Technically, no, because it's after the signal, so we don't have the item on the track, but for sure is before the electronics that checks if the train is occupying the track or not. And also all the coaches or all the entrances are on the platform, so that's not big deal. Where these things really... Wait, I don't want to make it start without me. The only place where the train is actually longer than the platform is here. But here I've paved the ground, and in Italy we used to have trains much longer than the platforms. Maybe this year they were no more. But like, it's a secondary line, no one noticed it, so that's fine. Also, we still today don't have the leveled platforms, so it's fine. If you have to like climb a bit, that's fine. Also, if you notice how the how this kind of coach is made, that they are basically lowered here where the entrance is. This kind of coach is made because of that, so that where there's no platform, nothing, you can still climb on the train without having to literally climb on some stairs or stuff like that. I really want to show you the line because I've set down all the basic signs and all the fences, decoration, etc. At least for the first part here, closer to the city, where it's actually busier and where I already decided everything. But also the side close to the city of the rest of the line. But this train here waits a lot. The other thing that I've done is using turntable mods to delay departure, so that especially for this line here, the departure of like the two little trains here that goes up and down won't depart together, but have one train that goes down, maybe something comes up of the line, and then the other train goes down. Also, all of these trains that you see here are just emulating some traffic that doesn't actually exist. It's just to test the line. Now, I see that here there's something not working. And I don't know why. You have 3 tracks. No, you don't. Oh, this is kind of unfortunate. Well, I have to send you back. This was completely unexpected, but that's because I'm stupid that I haven't figured it out earlier. But Asti porta nuova, this one here, I can't have this. Okay, this should fix it. Fine, let's get back to our diesel train here. Okay. I actually don't know when it will depart. Might take a while. So that's basically everything that I've done. I'm not sure, maybe I'm missing something. Oh yes, I have started to put down a few tracks to help the diesel trains with the cargo for the upper cities. Like you see here on the bridge that there's a lot of cargo going up and down. That's because the diesel line here was not enough to keep up with all the things that the line needed. So I tried to shift a bit of the traffic to the road. I'm not sure it completely helped. Mainly because we're departing. Wait. Now I'm not sure we are actually departing, because that could be, yes, it was after this in reality. So let me just also set the volume a little bit lower, because I'm killing my ears. I can't set this. Let's set this to 2. Okay. Apply. Now if a cargo train doesn't depart before us, no, it depart before us. Okay. Well, that's fine, because as I've made the line, I've set down a few signals in such a way that when the one train is close to the top of the line, the other can start before that it's actually at the station. So if you see how I set the signs, you have this signal here that point in this direction, and this signal here that point in the other direction. So any train can depart if there's a train coming up from the upper station, because if the train is already here, it can depart. And if it's before the signal, oh wait, we are departing. If it's before that signal, it can still depart by itself. Wait, maybe let's slow it a little bit. Okay. It works. Trust me, that way of putting down signs works. Like, it's overlapping the two signs area, so the train doesn't collide one another. So here I still have to fix the left side here to put down few. Actually, I'm not sure that I want to put something there. Maybe I'll just leave it that way. Here I've put down a lot of fences and bushes. And some fences, I know they are kinda floating in the air, but that's fine. Here we have our first sign. That is actually not a signal. Shit, that signal, it's put in reverse. I have to fix it. somewhere inside the terrain. That's fine. That's plausible. The thing that's not really plausible is that they are flying. Here's the old bridge. Here's the other sign. Signal, not sign, I'm sorry. Slowing down. And there is the speed limit sign. All of the signs should have like advisory signal before them. But why are there two? Because it depends on the kind of the train. Basically, in Italy we have 4 different levels of train. They are A, B, C, and P, where A, B, C are just basic classifications, where and the classification is based on how much braking force the train have. So if you have like only engine or cargo trains, you usually are in A category. If you have the basic passenger train, intercity train, regional train, you're probably in the B tier, like this train here is in B tier. Then you have C tier, that is for some specific configuration, like the auto train or some multiple units consists, stuff like that. And then there's P, that is for Pendolino's train, because they can exceed the speed limit in certain area, because they can go faster in where there's curves. They can still accelerate more than the usual train. So they're technically 4. In this line, it's you will never have anything more than B tier, and so there are just 2 signs: the A tier, that is the bigger, and the one that you have to read to just to be sure. You should usually go under that number, and the B tier, that's a little bit smaller, under the other sign. And that's basically for this train and for the multiple units. That that bush is a little bit too big. That's exactly the same here. Pendolino has its own speed limits. So here we are. I'm not sure we are departing immediately, but as you can see, this train can transport 140 people, and still the line is kinda hard to fix. Can you fix that gray platform, or does it have to be gray? Can you fix that gray platform? Which gray platform? What are you talking about? At this station. The gray platform. Oh, you mean this one? I can't, because this kind of platform here, the red one, doesn't have underpass. and so I need one here. So, or I change all the platform to the gray kind, or I just do this one. And I'll tell you, this is not so familiar. Like, works just done in half. Probably the story of the station is that they built it with level crossing and red paving. Then someone said, hey, if you keep it that way, it's not legal anymore. So you have to do an underpass. Okay, that's fine. We'll do an underpass, but we'll do only the underpass. So they basically have trimmed this part to make the underpass and renovate the station, but just this piece here, because here where the law required the changes. And so they changed this part here, and all of the rest of the station stayed at the same as before. There's places where you still have the platforms that were built like in the 30s. It would be fun if it was only fiction, but there's a lot of places where that's just everyday reality. And here the line was actually already complete from a while, so I haven't done any big changes. I don't remember if it had all the speed limits, like this one here. Probably that he hadn't, so I just added a few of those. Wait, that's there was a fox in the middle of the railway, but that's fine. And I also privatized basically all the roads so that the city won't grow and won't build houses where they shouldn't. I'm not sure that it's working completely, but maybe it is. And so here we are at the top station, the first one that I ever built in this series. Oh shit, I haven't put down the picchetto limite di manovra, that are those signs there that sign where is the maximum distance from the station where a train in maneuver can run to. But the typical shunting trains will always end before that, so before the bridge, so that's fine. So here we don't have many people that want to go away, but as I've seen from here either, there's not too many. Here there's already 124. That is basically more than the train can take. And here we have 30. Do you have a sign that indicates an upcoming station? We probably have, but it's not one that I usually use. We have this one here, wait, because there's different mods that add different stuff for us, so it's kind of messy. We have this one here, but it's just for stops, because I don't know if that's how it works in the other countries, but for us there's a difference between a stop like this one that doesn't have switches or signs, and a station like this one here that has proper signs and everything. So these the signal for the stops is this one here, and it is like this, and then there's the warnings before of it at 400 and 200 meters, and they are usually put like, I could actually set down at least the last one to the left. Okay, thank you. Like this. End of the platform. Sometimes the trains even overrun them a bit. Maybe it's too close. Let's set it to 300. 3 meters, like this. Okay. And for the station, I'm not sure because I've never used them. And I don't pay too much attention to that. At least it's hard to pay attention to stuff that you don't know that exists. They should be these are only vehicles. Maybe it's in here. They should be this one. No, this is just the kilometer sign. This is for signals. This is for heating up the switches. This is just circuit bullshit. I'm not sure there actually is. But that's... I sent you what I meant on Discord. Let's see. I think there's nothing. No, I think... Well, it depends. If it's for the... as I said, this signal here, and I know it because of Simrail, the game that I told you about. Maybe I'll do a live sooner or later. For the stop stations, so the one that just have a little piece of platform close to a track, is this one here. But then for the station, we don't have a sign, because every station have its own protection signal, just few meters before the station. And usually when you see this one, you know you are getting close to a station, so you just slow down here and then you come inside the station and you wait for the starting signal of the station to open up to continue. So I don't think there is. It depends if that sign is also used for proper station or just stop station, like this one. I'm not so sure, because I'm not such an expert, nor in Italian railway system, nor in Czech railway system, so especially the latter one. So well, let's just do a little thing here, because I want to really improve. No depot, right, no depot. How I fix it? I really need to put down a definitive depot, but that will probably come somewhere here or here. So for now, we still have to do stuff like this. Now I'm working on the other side of the map, so if I set down a depot here, I won't move it for a while, probably. So let's just do stuff like this. And shit, where is my ugly train? Come here. Don't hide, where is it? And let's just do this. Okay. Now it can't go to the high-speed lines, but that's fine. it can still come inside of the station and then back out. So that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Okay, so the thing that I was doing here is to continue the line. So we have a stop here, and probably the next one I want to, I don't know, maybe another stop one, and then a proper station. Like another stop like here to have a little city down here that this road can connect to. And then more close to the middle here we can have a proper station that can have few tracks that goes up here and few that connects back to this side and this side. So the thing that I was checking is the terrain height, and I wanted to keep myself to like 55 or so meters and then flat down if needed where needed. So here is already 55, and he tried to make me a bridge that I can't actually approve. I only need to find the correct kind of bridge. That could be that one. This one is a bit for more modern stuff, like high-speed lines and stuff like that. So yes, probably the best one is this one, because this one not for railway. And like the metal one like this one are not very Italian like. So let's just use this one here. Until it makes sense, and then just terrain. Okay, that's fine. Well, I could also use the incredible Russian mod for bridges. The one with the assets. But I don't know if it works well with double tracks. I've tried to use it like here, and it doesn't fit too well. You have like to split the line and stuff, so let's just skip this one that it's simpler and also it's close to this one, so makes sense that you have similar bridges on the same line or generally in the same geographic area. So let's keep going straight forward, maybe with the correct kind of track. No, this place feels a little bit empty though. Let me check the terrain. Because yes, we have the highway here that has to go parallel to the high-speed track. We have the high-speed track, but at the same time, like here, a little city, I can see it connected to this one. So maybe I'll back it this thing a little. Well, a little more. Okay, like this. And let's see if I can well, I could just basically I'm sorry. Let's do something like this. Okay, kinda feels fine. Let's just round up a bit the terrain here. Then I'll finish it better when all the other thing is set up. And well, let's just then get a little bit back over here too and flex the line a little bit to the right, as I've done with the high-speed one. So you want to make a giant bridge here, and I don't like it because I'll probably higher up the terrain here to get to the height that I like. So let's just do like this and get a little bit onward, and then let's say the station is like this big. Maybe that is a bit too much. I want to keep the 160 kilometers an hour speed, but if I can get to 140 or so. I can do stuff like this, but if I do something like this, I don't get anything from it because it's too close to the city. I want it like here and then the other here. So no, the best thing that I can do is just get a little bit backwards and try again. So the station might be here, and then I just turn this way around. This feels quite better. I still prefer to have... Wait, maybe I can put a little station here. Yes, I can get a bit back here. Station, even maybe smaller than that, but like 5 modules are, I see, 200 and something meters, 220. So if I get to 300 meters, the 350, let's say, so we have space for a signal and stuff, even if it's a stop, so it doesn't need signals. Well, that's fine. Let's just keep it that way. And here, let's get 200 meter for a signal and stuff, and then we'll get the bit bigger station. Okay. And here we have the other city and the station and all of that stuff. And like here we have the stop with the little city here. So let's get the track. I should get something because I'm starting to have a little bit to feel a bit cold, so I'll just set down this part here and I'll get me something cozy to put up. So let's set this place here. Let's get like 50 meters, 60 meters here. Let's say 60, so if I need to put down a bridge or anything, I can. And then let's get the shittiest station possible, this one, okay. And tracks 160 kilometers an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yes, probably I'll have a level crossing here. That's not too bad. We are in the 2000, they existed. They definitely existed. So let's set down this thing here. No, I'm sorry. I've used the Era 2 station here because I thought of these stops here in the middle of nowhere as secondary stations that no one cares about, and so they are a little bit more forgotten about and used less in general. I want to keep continuity on the line, so I'll keep using this kind of building. And even if probably continuity was not the best, I mean, there's a few stops in the Milan to Turin line that is probably the one that I know better, and they are definitely not one like another. But at the same time, I have limited choice when it comes to buildings, so that's fine. So yes, that's it. I have my level crossing here that maybe should be off the bigger road, like this thing here. Let's get the bigger road here and do a little boop. And so terrain here is not being very friendly.
Okay. Okay, now I have to connect this road to the little road that comes out from there. And I don't actually know how to do it. So this one is the 60km/h road, the smaller one that I have. So probably let's just do something like this. It's not actually satisfying enough. Oh well, here probably this road will become something like this, because here's city, you know. So if this one it's city road, and I have a little bit of city this side of the state. Do I have city this side of the station? Maybe not. Maybe not too much at least. So let's get this bit back. Okay. If I have like this kind of road here that just sticks out, I also do I want space for houses? I probably want a little bit of space, so something like this. And that's obviously connection to the other city too, but maybe not, because this is the connection to the other city. Could be a minor connection, and that means this kind of road here. Okay. And then from here I just branch out to is that a new town? This one it will be. If you mean this one here, it's the old usual town where all the traffic is building up. So let's do something like this. Okay, now I will upgrade this one if it let me. If it's just for that, don't worry. Yes, okay. I'm using this kind of road here because this road here, in contrast of the one that I was using before, has lanes little bit larger, and so car don't bump one into another. Yeah, if there's two cars coming from the from two different directions. So it's a little bit cleaner when stuff goes around it. And Also, it has 10 kilometers an hour more of maximum speed on them, and that's also a bit better. So here, this road, I won't connect it to the highway, because highway will follow the high speed. So it will come from here, just approach this one, have an entrance here, an entrance here. Maybe this is a bit redundant. I don't know, I'll see. And I don't want another entrance here. There's already two very close here. The thing is that if this one kind of feels redundant, this one might not. But the thing is that this one is kind of a main road that connects this city to Sarmano here and Asti, so connect a lot of stuff. The road here does not connect anything to anything. Connect the highway to anything, so having highway connected to highway maybe doesn't make that much of sense. And contrary to the access here, that will mean to cars to come inside the city, change lane here, go there. So yes, probably this connection here will make the traffic a little bit smoother. So yes, it's redundant, maybe it's needed. So that's fine. So here I don't want another access to the highway, and so this road will just turn around and will go in the direction of the other new city that I will build closely here. So let's do something maybe a little bit even, not too much. Okay. And here, if I have like my 90 kilometers an hour road here, can you please snap off? Okay, thank you. So let's just do something like this. This kind of makes sense. Okay. And here, well, let's get this city road a little bit longer. I'm actually freezing. I really need to get something to put on. I'll come back closely. I'm here. I'm coming very soon. How cold is in Italy? Well, technically it's not so cold. Like, I have 21 degrees in the house. But I'm just terribly skinny and also close to 2 meters in height. And that really doesn't help. So now I have a little bit more clothing on me, should be better. I just need to heat up. But outside, don't know, today wasn't so freezing, but it started raining and I didn't have my my umbrella with me. It's 9 degrees outside. But as I said, it's just me and the fact that I'm skinny and very very long. My heart is not able to pump the blood so far away. Okay. Maybe I'm making this thing a little bit too big. But let's let's reconsider it. That should be fine. Let's set down the inner roads as 30 kilometers an hour. Okay. So here I want to get a little bit of a grid. This morning I was thinking about the thing that you said a while ago, like, oh, I really want to train spot in Italy or stuff like that. And the thing is, like, my friend, you live in the UK, the country with the most beautiful heritage railways in the world, and you want to come to Italy to train spot. Really? You can look outside of your window and you have like flying Scotsmen running around, and you want to come to us to do train spotting. I'm not sure that makes any any sense at all. Well, you know, I'm doing few videos for you just of the stuff that I can see while I'm going to school, but you literally have best Steam engines just probably few hours from you, if not less, running every day or so. You should be the one sending me videos. I like the railway in general. I like to travel abroad. Okay, that's fine, but I mean, what the fuck? Where this car is going? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Shit, there's a lot of people there. There is Severn Valley Heritage Railway nearby. I've heard it's really good. I'm getting kind of angry. I should not. I really should not say anything about it. But I mean, it's really hard to shut my mouth right now. I don't have to go with. I don't want to go alone. Well, I can understand it, but I mean that's fine, okay, but just go. Listen to me. You will never find anyone to go with if you don't go the first time. And I hate to say it because I'm one of the guys that really hate to find new friendships and stuff like that. I don't have anyone to go with. I mean, words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. You know, I'm doing academy here for game design, and I already knew people who played in general and wanted to do this kind of stuff. I never actually had many problems to have friendship in general, but I've never found someone that actually I could relate as much as here. Even here, it's just one person in general, in total. But if I've never came out here, I will never have found the people that I'm actually I want to work with. And even if I know that that one guy in particular will never work with me, it is going to Northern Europe, very close, and is searching a job there. So it will never. I will never be able to work with him. Actually, I don't really even know if I will ever be able to work to my stuff with someone because I know, I'm not. Uh, no, it was not Tom. Tommy is one of the railway staff friends. I knew him playing this game. No, it's another guy. Maybe you remember him. He just lurked um, into the Global Game Jam live. I don't remember if you've seen that live, but yes, the guy that I've made the game with, and we actually participated to the global together. I think that he's really phenomenal. Is in general a really person, but also it's very, very good with coding and stuff. And if I will ever make a video game, and actually I'm writing stuff for a video game, very bluntly, I'm working on a tabletop game right now, for a main project at least, and if I will do a video game, I'll probably want him as at least head programmer. But the thing is, I don't have money to make anything of what I'm saying, so for now it's just very cool ideas. A tabletop game. Like, well, I'm going to say something that is really wrong, but like Monopoly or Rizzi, no, not like them, literally. That genre. I'm actually making a little. It's not little and it's not cozy, even if I was trying to sell it that way. But it's a fun game that will answer to the question why trains are always delayed. And it's strategy game. I would play that. Wait. Wait and see. For now, it's thematic on Italy, so it has all the Italian trains and works very well considered for the Italian railway system, but is planned to have DLCs for many countries. So if I will ever make the exact DLC, I will be very happy to call you and ask you things. But at the same time, it's still a very ugly prototype that I don't know if I ever sell or find someone who want to publish it and stuff. I kind of want to publish it by myself, like Kickstarter and stuff. But I'm in Italy, not the best place where someone would start an industry or something yours, so Castelletto, well, this is Castle Valley because there's Castelletto, that's literally translate to little castle, Castelbaldo, that it like bold castle, and then Castelbruno, that is dark castle. It's Castle Valley here. Is Italy a wealthy country? It's first world country, so it's wealthy. The thing is that if you want to, you should build castle. There's one. There's a castle here. This is the only castle that we have, but there's a castle. Italy is kind of a wealthy country. The problem is that if you want to have like your own company, the first year of your company, you have to pay taxes for the year that you're making the company, and the taxes for the thing that you think you will sell the next year. Basically, you have to pay taxes even before acquiring anything. It's not the best, let's say. Just simply, it's not the best. That sounds illegal, and that's exactly Italian law. I'm probably not the best one to ask that kind of stuff because I hate bureaucracy at any kind of level, but I'm not lying, let's say. I'm not just inventing stuff. Even if I tried to invent something that incomprehensible would be really hard for me. Like I want to add that CD. Well, do I want to? Probably. Well, let's just do it. So let's set here like this one. Let's set down this, and this one here is the sense. So here. Okay. Also, let's take the Estendiamo la MainLine 1, and let's add 3. Okay. Also, let's better. So, okay, we have another city here. And do I have 2 trains on this line, right? Not this one. Also, the thing is that I have high speed coming in here, maybe stopping, maybe not, and then a train is coming, few trains are coming to the main station, and few of them are redirect to this direction. This could make sense, but the next city here will have, it has to have many stops for high-speed trains, like many platforms for them, because somewhere this train has to go. And even if it's not probably the best way to come here, because there's just a shorter line from here, I have to put them somewhere. And it will be here. That's for sure. Also here, as I was saying, do I have two trains of this kind? Yes, I have two trains of this kind, that's fine. The thing is, here, this line is not ready for the change of direction, so let's hope everything goes fine until I have set up everything. This line here, how many buses does it have? 8 vehicles. Let's set it to 10 because we have made the line very much longer. Also here we have troubles of some kind. It doesn't seem to. That's fine. That line came through here. Okay. No problems here either. That's very good. That's very good. This thing, I really don't like it. Let's see how it's set it up. I had a mod where I could build huge train station like a car parking garage outside of the map. But I forgot what it was called and it was on my old laptop. A mod where you can build huge train station outside of the map. Having station outside of the map is something that I'm thinking about. And the reason is that I'm not, I usually, there's people that makes stuff going out of the map, like just putting station like this to have some kind of trains that just go side of the map, fictionally, of course. And the thing is that I don't like the look of it. I think I could find it. Try. The thing is that I really don't like to have stuff floating to the border of the map. And the fact that the game doesn't allow it technically, because it allowed to put stuff to the border of the map, but it is not thinked to have such things around. So because they don't look very good, I usually don't do it at all. But for many things, especially for a map this small, maybe having like trains that come from outside could be cool somehow. At the same time, I really hate how they look, so I'm probably not gonna do it this time. And probably gonna do it never, actually. So it's already close to 1 a.m. so I will just try and set up the last station here, and then I'll close the live and say goodnight to everyone. So I want like a station here. So let's get just a bit further on. Do I want it here or here? Maybe. No, I will have a very big space with nothing that might get a little bus connection and nothing else. That might be fine. Okay, so let's get like here. Oh shit, it's tunneling. Why are you tunneling? Because here there's a little hill. Okay, that's fine. We'll delete the hill. that's not a big problem. Okay. Maybe no. Okay. Or maybe we will keep the hill and just have the station a little bit lower. Let's see. So here I want the station. Thing is, how I want this station. This station has to have the end of the line for the suburban train. I sent it to you and I think it's the only option. Let's see. So... oh, the only two options. Okay, like the first or the second one. I'll check them after the live because I'm not sure that they are actually what I need. Because if they looks bad, that's still I still have that problem, and it's the reason why I don't do stuff like that. So I'll see. I'll check it out. So the thing is, here I want to set down the station. This station should have 2 tracks, of course, to just let the train pass by. Then I need to have a track for trains from Asti to this station that just do all the small cities in the middle. Placido technically is a bigger city, but at the same time it has many kind of connections. The thing is, they are below the map, which means you can't see them in cab rides. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not always doing cab rides. I usually take screenshot from high above, so even if I usually don't see them, if it's here and I do a screenshot like here or here, it's still visible and it bugs me. I'll see. I'll check them. For the next live, I'll check them. So the thing is, I have to have a track for trains that starts from here and end here. 2 tracks for the passing lines and maybe 2 tracks for overpassing trains. Should I have other kind of tracks? I don't think, because the bus trains, the airport trains will stop here, and they already do. They have these 2 tracks here. The trains from this line here, I could have some that will end here, but then where are they coming from? Because the map is not that big. Maybe from here, then why they are not connected this way? I could have. So let's set for 2 plus 2 plus 1. let's set to 7 tracks. 7 tracks are actually many. How many tracks does this station have? 8. They are too many. Let's set to 5. Let's set to 5 tracks, and then the overpassing tracks could also be used as end of the line. Or I could have like 3 tracks, even 4 tracks that pass through the station, and then have like 2 or 3 tracks that are like end of the line, so closed from one side. That could also be a choice. And then I also should have some kind of cargo areas, maybe this side. It's really starting to be hard to think about this stuff without editing anything down, so let's just set down a few things. Let's remove the tracks and let's get 160 kilometers an hour tracks. So let's set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 7 tracks should be enough for the most part of the train. 9 is enough for basically anything. But we are not setting down the biggest station, so let's just keep them to 7. Then 7 tracks should... Does 7 tracks keeps the like 8 coaches configuration of the most part of the intercity trains? It's 180. 280 meters. 280 meters. Let's see, where is the depot? The longest intercity trains, 8 coach, stuff, etc. is this one. And might be a little bit longer. No, 197 meters. Okay, if this one can fit, everything can fit. Basically, this one is shorter, right? This one is technically longer, but not long enough to fill out the station. And ooh, I also have 2nd gen. I didn't notice that. But it's still... They're basically the same train. Maybe the 2nd generation is a bit more powerful. No, they are exactly the same train. Okay, that's fine. So yes, I might set 7 tracks for the inner side. Then I should have surpassing track to the left. So where the fuck so let's get... I have too many mods. I definitely have too many mods. get the 30 or 60. Well, makes more sense to have 60s for the overpass. So like this. And then 30. So we already have 4 tracks. But then I will do something like this. So this one is actually shorter and it's end of the line for stuff in general. And then well, I could also I'm thinking because I could also do something like, what the fuck is this thing? I'm not asking. If I set down like this. It sucks. Okay, I can't do it. Can do it, I can do it, but I can do the other thing that I was thinking of doing. So let's just set this down here. I want to use this building here though. Yes, much better. And also trim down. Here are 3 tracks. Now I have to make it a list 5. Or at least 4. At least 4. So this one could be trimmed down a bit. Tracks. Would be helpful to have the other kind, but that's fine. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's get the platforms. Well, actually, let's do it this way. It's hard to think this stuff around because I have to set down the main building here. So let me see how can I set this so that, okay, I have to set it this way. Okay, and that's one thing done. This one has to be 3 tracks are 4, 8, 12, 120 meters. That might be not enough for the TFE train. Let me tough trains. How long are they? Sure, less than 5, because they fit very comfortably in that stations. So they are 105 meters. They will not fit in that track. 105 meters are definitely more than that. Or maybe not. Wait, maybe not. No, okay, they can fit. They can fit, so I'll keep it this way. So if this one fits, I can just get this. Where is it? The 60. 60 here, okay. Oh, I technically have to. Just get this like. So the 30 here. Okay. And then let's just set this thing here. Like this. And so let's get this like this. 60 meters, that's fine. The other side too. And then let's just do stuff like, well, have to put down the signals. So a bit of space there. I could also have an industry here. So I will keep this one a little bit straighter than usual. What I would do usually, so that I can then extend it to set down an industry or something like that. Close, like doing maybe stuff like this. Or just well, let's set it this way, like here the branch to maybe this one makes sense to have it at 30 so that I can set up the yes, let's do it this way. Okay, let's remove this one, let's remove this one, and let's set everything to 30 kilometers an hour. And let's also have like one space track, and also here like this, and then set down like just not too many, like maybe 3 tracks. 3 tracks, like 120, 160, 200, 200 meters. Maybe that's enough. I just want to go and brush my teeth. Good boy. No, not this one. This one? No. Well, no, but maybe yes. That's the thing, is that this kind of track here have no, I don't like it. Mira, attraverso corte, attraverso il legno. Questo è qui. Yes, this one. So that I have the new catenary but whole track. That actually I kind of dislike this texture here. It doesn't. They seem too close to one another. This should be wood, and this color is not the color of wood. You can say anything to me, but that will keep not being color of the wood. Have you started building your model railway? My model railway is not here. I have it to my parents' house. Kinda hard to work on it. It looks like all concrete. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's just do something like this. Can you send me? I love them so much. I can't send you because I don't think I have any, unfortunately. I can check on my phone, but I've changed it not long ago, so I'm not sure I have any. But when I go to my parents' house, if I remember, I won't promise stuff that I'm not sure to do. I'll send you. That's a shame. Well, shit, I don't have them neither. Until like few weeks ago, probably the weeks before I started streaming, I had here a few model trains because I've bought them actually kind of long ago, and I always forgot to take them with me when I got to my parents' house, so they were here. But right now they are with my parents at their house because the last time they visited me, I just gave them to bring them home. So yes, I want to do something like this. Can I please have in more capacity and strict connection, please? Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay, this station kind of looks a bit too big, but you know what? I like it, so that's fine. Let's get the this line here, the Castelletto, no, Castelvaldo. Ah, this one is called Conegliano when it's cast. Okay. And let's just do this and this. Is it why you have no money? They are Is that why you have no money? That are expensive. Also, what phone do you have? No, it's not the reason why I don't have money. It's and they were just coaches, like very cheap one. And that's and the reason why they are cheap one is because I'm broke. But the phone that I have is an Oppo something, that also is a cheap phone, and it works. That does the thing that I need him to do, so that's fine. Okay, now we have the complete railway at complete operational work. Okay. So let me see. Okay, that is fine. I have to change the tracks here because I've set them to 60 and I want them to 30. I bought a Polish coach from the Italian company Acme, and it hurts to spend €60 on one coach. Well, Italian companies, they do not all of them, but they do fine products. But at the same time, well, goddamn if you pay them. And technically, all the hobby of having train models, it's pretty expensive. I'm not sure how it goes for UK rolling stocks. Even if I like them, I've never had any, so I don't know, but all the European stuff really cost a lot. Shit, this train has seen better days. Okay. Where is the other one? I'm eager to find my trains. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And it's on the wrong track, right? Yes, it is. Well, that's fine. It will change when it gets to the last stop. People is coming on the train. Oh well, that's fine. That's normal. Okay. So let's see if it fits quite properly. Technically, if I didn't make the valuation wrong, it should fit. Looking at this empty space here, like that there's nothing around, it's kind of strange. Only Acme made a model for my favorite train with sound, but now it's completely sold out and I worry I might not get it in the next future. Well, I don't know which train it is, but you know, a lot of the thing is that we are kind of unfortunate because we have CD151. Okay, we have a lot of rolling stocks and not many company that are actually working for our countries. Like we are not like Germany that have thousand like companies that make train stuff, and all of them make German stuff because German trains are the trains for modelers. Or the same could be said for American trains or for UK trains that are the most famous in the world, and so they have more value in the meaning of like monetary value, not actual value. CD151. I'm pretty sure I've already heard about it. I'm sure I've already seen it, technically. Let me check it. Oh yes, I have. I won't say bullshit, but I think that we have one. There's this thing about the Milan locos and all Linard locos. That are like, yeah, basically we have loco from everywhere. No, maybe I'm confusing it with something else. But like we have the diesel logo of Czech Railways, the one with the two cab window that pops off. We actually have more than one. I thought it was only one, but I'm now discovering that we have more than one of that kind of logo. But I'm pretty sure I've already seen it somewhere. CD751, let's see. Nope. In Italy is like D540, something like that. D550, 520, 520. DA 520. Wait a second, I'm confused. CD74, let's see. CD754. Ah, stop it. Yes, that one. They are hard to remember. You are telling it to me, really? I don't remember names of people. You think I remember numbers of trains? Like, for us it's pretty easy because they are always a combination of stuff. Like they are time progressing 626, 636, 646, 656, and then the last one is 464. So they are pretty easy, one after another. Oh, it cleansed itself. Very good. Even with just simulated traffic here, the line keeps it's pretty alive. I really love this little corner of the map. Also, here everything is going fine, right? Yes. The thing that this train here does this thing here, it bugs me in a good way, but it's really kind of absurd that this train goes here and then down here. It really feels very strange. I should also have like trains to this station maybe, and I say maybe with really much concern. So as di Portanova, let's set Placido again, and then let's set this one here, and then let's set the stops here not to be at that track, but okay, it fixed itself. Yes, it does. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay. So we have this train that kind of reroutes itself with a little bit longer line. Oh shit, also. This train also I've seen better days. I'm pretty sure that this specific livery for this logo, actually this specific external chassis in the 2000 were already no more, but I love it too much. I can't change it. Like, where the fuck are you going? Oh, that's correct. Unfortunately, that's correct. Like, I love it too much. Let me check when they changed livery actually. Because they didn't just change livery, they basically rebuilt all the logo. And the newer version of them is not that good. I mean, it's good, it's still very good, but not like the original one. E444. Let's see. Okay, last in 2020, 2021, but I mean, when have they changed? Prototype series. Yes, the new one is the one with Xampere livery. That is that red, white, shitty. Also, I love it. It's iconic. I can't actually find anything about it. I sent you a link on Discord for Wikipedia page. Yes, I found the Wikipedia page. It just doesn't contain the info that I'm searching for. I might ask to people that knows better than me. But for now, I'll keep it this way. Then, if it feels a bit soft, I'll change it to the more modern and newer one. I actually traveled on a train pulled by not the topest newest one exactly, but the newest one with the old livery, so this one here. I'll show you just for a second. Oh, let me check if maybe here they already wrote something. So 90, 98, 97, 98, probably in 3 years not all the logos were transformed, so that's kind of fine. This logo here, I've traveled on a train pulled by this beauty. I don't know if it was this exact train, the 043. Could be. Could have been the same. And I like her, but not as much as the iconic look. And actually, better than this one, I probably like the little older cousin. But I think that's a bit overkill for this train. Because I found it on Google Images. Yes, that was the first train where they have tried to use different kind of electronical elements. The Slovak livery on the 3350. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, of course, they are literally the same. As I was saying, I also love this one, but the thing is, it's a little bit an overkill for a train so small. And the same goes for the sister of this logo here, that is this one here. And I know they don't look very similar one another, but technically they are the same, not the same logo, but close to. And I'm really affectionate to this kind of logo here, because probably the first train I ever took in my life was with this kind of logo. Don't know exactly in which kind of livery, but surely it was this logo here. Because it was a night train from Turin to Bari in the deepest south. I don't have actually many memories from that travel. I was very little, like 4-ish, maybe 6 years old.
And again, I could use this one, but it's kind of an overkill for a train this small that is not even 8 coaches. Also, this train should go up to 200 kilometers an hour, but I don't think that the network will ever allow it anywhere. ZSS Keter 350 nicknamed Gorilla because there was an African commercial that had the photo of the train. The Slovaks were kind of racist and nicknamed the train after the black people. Well, not the best thing to talk about on Twitch. Twitch, mi dissocio Twitch, queste cose che sta dicendo questo ragazzo sono informazioni storiche di cui io non ero a conoscenza, stiamo parlando di storia Twitch, mi raccomando non mi bannare, ti prego aiuto. But that's fine, it's easier for me to say sorry in Italian, so... I just did it more naturally. I hate you, why you do this to me? Please stop. Let's get this. Let's deactivate this. Let's just do this. Okay, fixed it. Whoops. Well, it's not your fault, it's just like history and stuff. But that's fine, that's fine. Also, I'm pretty sure that all of these coaches shouldn't be in this livery. Like, if I'm using this logo, they should all be in XMPR livery. And I don't completely dislike it, but I mean, look at these coaches, they are just beautiful in this livery here. So it's kind of hard for me to change livery. Also, about liveries. We have changed liveries again. Today there was an announcement. Frecciarossa, the company that makes high-speed national high-speed trains, is rebranding again. We have new liveries from like 2 years, and now they are not quite changing liveries, but they are changing all the logos, and it's so stupid. Wait, I have to show you this. Let me fix the desktop. Okay. So let me do this. Okay. If I do this, you should see my screen. Okay. Let's get this thing. Let me just check I don't have stuff going on. Interesting wallpaper. Anything. Okay, let's do just this. Okay, I can this and this. Okay, that's fine. Until I don't open stuff, but I have to. Well, no, I don't. If I search for Frecciarossa logo, okay. So this is the old logo, and this is also the old logo, and this is also the old logo,
And this is the new logo. I don't want to know how many euros were spent to this rebranding. They have basically straight up the flag and the text, and they just I hate it. This is the new logo for Frecciarossa. Official new logo. I mean, not that this one is like perfect or anything, but really, they are not a very creative company, I can tell. Really. Also, we had like for the past many years we had three kind of frecce: freccia rossa, freccia argento, freccia bianca. Freccia bianca was kind of a scam, but I love them because they are like the train that I took the most, not considering all the train that I'm using right now. It still looks like a pizza box. It kind of, but Freccia Bianca was like premium intercity. Like you have an intercity, but it's a little bit better. You pay more, basically. And these are trains that they never go on high speed lines, but do faster connection than usual intercities. Then there were Frecciargento that were mixed, so they used the high-speed network, but not for the complete travel. And then there was Frecciarossa that basically used as most as possible the high-speed connection. So maybe not 100% of the travel was on the high-speed network, but close to 80%, 9% was on the high-speed network. The thing that they have done is to basically they have extinguished intercity trains literally everywhere, and they have transformed them somewhere into regional trains, somewhere into Frecciarossa. Frecciargento have become Frecciarossa. Freccia Bianca are died. There's one Freccia Bianca still traveling around Italy that does the Turin to Rome connection. And that's it. Frecciargento doesn't exist probably anywhere anymore. Maybe there's two trains. Maybe. And they are all in the south. From Rome to more south. And all of the trains now are Frecciarossa. So where you are usually traveling on Frecciarossa, let me take, ATR for sure, 600. My favorite ATR. The Pendolino here. They were Frecciargento or Eurocity for some part of Italy for the outside connection. Now they are Frecciarossa. The horrendous ATR 700, the Fira discarded train because they suck too much. We take them and we use them for mostly of their life as Frecciargento. Now they are Frecciarossa. It's comical. This train sucks so much. I've taken it one time to go to Verona, from Milan to Verona, like less than an hour travel. It was so bad. I was on one of the train that doesn't have like the compressor suppressor, like the thing that make the compressor of the train less loud. And I was literally on the coach where this compressor was, and like all the travel I like had shiatsu massage because all the train rumbled. They're fucking horrific.
And then also you have ATR 500 that are still Frecciarossa, they already were, and they are the one that I'm using now. This one that is the actual train that I'm using now, they were for part of their life Frecciabianca, now they are Intercity. This is an older photo of the Intercity consist, but basically they have powered them down. They were built to go to up to 300 kilometers an hour. They powered them down. They changed the transmission to go only to 200 kilometers an hour, and they are used for intercity services and for Frecciabianca until they have killed them all. And the generation that is this one is the main consist for Frecciarossa 12 coaches, etc. And then the last Frecciarossa that we have is the Frecciarossa 1000 here, this one here, at here 1000 should be, or 400, I don't remember, like this one here, that also sucks because it's basically made from aluminum and it has like interior seating that are kind of bad. And I'm worried because for this new rebranding, incredible rebranding, wow, the last train that is fine, the ATR 500 probably will also get the interior of the other trains, so also this train will start to suck, but that's fine. That was the last train, the last good train in Italy network, so refrigerant, they were made for THR Dutch and they remove it out of service after a week. Then for some reason the Italian railways took it. Yes, they remove it because they sucked so much, and we said, well, you know, someone trashes someone other treasure, so why don't use them? And we took them, basically. Worst decision ever, that's for sure, but they don't give a shit, apparently. Or at least not enough. Oh, this train is actually transporting passengers around. Wow, it's great. But I think that I still have to change something onto it, because okay, you're transporting passengers, but the engine is not the correct one. Let me. They also look ugly. They look terribly ugly. Maybe I can spice things up with. They were for sure still used for passenger trains, but maybe for longer. No, I had to set to this logo here because this train full chopper. No, I don't like it though. Let's use this one. They look ugly, and the closest thing that I know about to the train is the pop train, the ATR 104. And I hate them. They suck one more than the other. They're basically the same train, one for high speed, one for regional trains, but they really are not. Oh shit! Good night, my friend. It's very late. You're right. I have to close the live from since a lot. Good night, my friend. I'll see you in the next live. I'll do the ending of the live and then I'll close the stream. Quindi anche oggi abbiamo fatto un po' di lavoretti, abbiamo costruito più o meno tutta la linea lenta di questa zona della mappa che arriva fino a questa stazione. Poi da qui devo capire come proseguire con le altre linee. Penso che magari una linea la faccio uscire da qui e continuare verso di qua, devo decidere, o magari faccio una brutta curvona di qui, devo decidere, devo ancora decidere. Abbiamo buttato giù 2 paeselli, abbiamo connesso tutto al network qui,
E direi che ci sta abbastanza in realtà, devo capire ancora bene le connessioni autostradali che non so se hanno molto senso essendo così vicine l'una all'altra, ma connettendo due strade molto diverse potrebbero avere il loro senso. Mi piace molto come questa linea sale sopra quella ad alta velocità con questo curvone qui. Penso che nel prossimo episodio finirò questa zona e costruirò la prima città qui, in modo da avere poi tutto il network da qui ad Asti completo, in modo da poter lavorare più tranquillamente sulle linee, sulle estetiche e tutto quanto, e in modo da dare una chiusa anche a quest'angolo qui e quindi in teoria chiudere l'intera linea Montanaro-Asti con tutte le decorazioni tutto attorno, in modo da poter poi fare un effettivo cab ride o qualcosa del genere per vedere tutto il lavoro fatto in prima persona, diciamo. Quindi questo è tutto per questa live, spero vi siate divertiti, spero vi sia piaciuta e spero di vedervi alla prossima live. Buonanotte, ciao ciao, goodbye.